Hey guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now in today's video, we are going to be doing an update on the $500 swing trading challenge. For those of you that are new to the channel, a little over 1 month ago, I decided to fund a Moomoo account with $500 to prove to you it's not about how much money you have in your account, it's about the strategy and approach you use. So we're going to be breaking down how much money I made or how much money I've lost this past week with this challenge. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask down in the comments. And if you want to learn more about swing trading, I highly recommend going on and checking out the Swing Trading Masterclass. It's my school down below. It's absolutely fantastic. We talk about how to find these stocks and opportunity. We talk about pretty much my psychology, my approach, my strategies, my setups, everything you guys need for swing trading. We have private live streams, we have quizzes, we have lectures, everything. And the great thing about it is right now we are offering a 50% off code valid for the 4th of July, code America for 50% off, only valid for the next 2 days. So make sure you guys check that out before that code expires. 50% off. I'll see you in there. But guys, let's jump into this. So let's talk about how much money we have made and where our account is sitting. Right now, our account is sitting near and around $606, which is awesome. This past week, we made about $35, which guys, I understand a lot of you are saying, Carter, well, in the past month, you've only made a little over $100. Guys, I have $500, meaning if this was a $5,000 account, this would be near and around $1,000. If this was, a $50,000 account, this would be $10,000. So the biggest thing you guys need to understand is starting out with swing trading, don't focus on, these massive returns. Don't try to make $1 million. Focus on percentages. I would rather see you guys take 1, 2, 3% returns and just compound it over the next year, over the next 2 years, rather than seeing you guys trying to turn $100 into $100 million in a month. It's never going to happen. And I see a ton of comments about it. And I just want to be upfront about it is yes. I've been a full-time swing trader for 6 years, and what works for me is consistency of 1, 2, 3% returns compounded. And this past week, we made near and around 6%, which is awesome. So let's talk about the strategy and approach I use. So let's jump into it here. So now the broker that I use for all of my trading is Moomoo. They're absolutely fantastic. It's the broker I've used for over 6 years. So check them out down below. You guys can get up to 15 free stock just by signing up with them. So at least check them out. All right, so let's jump into the trade here. You guys know that I was actually in on this position for a minute. Ticker symbol is ZIOM. Now, looking at this stock, what do you guys notice? The first thing you guys will notice is the stock has gone from $17 all the way up to $45. We have this good upward trend. Now, in the past, pretty much 4 or 5 months, we've seen this steady upward trend, which is really nice, going from about $37 all the way up to about $45, which is great. For me, I'm a long trader. What that means is I buy a stock and I try to sell it at a higher price. Some traders are short traders where they're pretty much just betting for the stock to go down. Not me. I find that, short traders, in my opinion, they carry a little more risk. And the reason why I say this, because if let's just say you buy a stock at $1, the worst that it can go to is 0 and you lose $1, right? Comparing, if you short a stock at $1 and it goes to $10, now you're out $9. That's a lot more than $1. So make sure you guys have a plan and you kind of know what type of trader you are before you start trading. But let's get back to the strategy here. So looking at this stock, what do you guys notice? You guys will notice that we have all of these lines. We have the red line, we have a blue line, and then we also have some other indicators that we'll show you guys. But one of the things here that I love are these red and blue lines. These are what we call EMA moving average lines. Now, what they act as is support and resistance. So what that means is when the stock is above it like it is right here, we've seen good tendencies of getting buying pressure. So if you guys see it hits it once, it hits it, pretty much twice, and recently hits it again. Now, each and every time it hits it, we get good buying pressure. So looking at this, where would you want to buy the stock? Would you want to buy it up here, here, or here? You're going to want to buy it as close as you can to these moving average lines. Now, we understood that, and this isn't the only indicator we use. We also use something called the RSI, which is the relative strength index here. Let's remove these so we can see it a little better. Now, the RSI stands for the relative strength index. This tracks momentum inside the stock. So at the time where the stock actually pretty much hit these moving average lines, we were trading for near around a 43 on the RSI, which, yes, is a little bit of an overvalued point for most stocks, I should say. But looking back at the last points of contact of a 43 was right in here where we had this good move. Prior to that was right in here. And prior to that, it was right in here. So we had a lot of good tendencies of getting buying pressure under a 43 or at a 43, which is really important. Another indicator that I use is volume. Volume is key, but you guys can see even in here, we did have, some good volume increases, which is also super important here. But more importantly, what I like is the MACD indicator. The MACD indicator is pretty much an entry indicator that a lot of traders will use. So you guys can see what I always like to see is this orange line break up through the signal MACD line. So the signal line, which is the orange line, break through the blue MACD line, So you guys can see it breaks up through. This always represents a good entry. Looking back at the previous points where it did that, you guys can see it was right in here where we had this breakout through, followed up by a good rally. So I understood we had a lot of very, very important indicators going in our favor. And another thing just to draw out was this. We had this really good trend. Each and every time it hit that trend was super good buying pressure. So the last thing that I always do, or one of the last things, or one of the things in my checklist, I should say, before I buy a stock is actually drawing out the risk and reward. So let's actually do that so you guys can see here how I break it down. So hopping in near and around, this 40-70 mark, setting our stop loss below the 200-day moving average line. Now, having our target come all the way up here, I think that's very fair because we have that trend line. So our risk and reward is about 6 to 1, risking $1 to make $6 with the stop loss below the 200-day moving average line. Now, yes, we did actually sell this position, and one of the reasons why we sold is actually very simple. It's just because it broke through that trend. We were looking for a reversal, and each and every time it hit that trend line, we got good buying pressure, and then we just cut our losses. We moved on to better opportunity because the trend reversed. And looking at the RSI, it was getting in a little bit of an overstated, little overvalued territory. So we just hopped out of our position. And the thing about growing a small account is take profit, right? I've never lost money taking profit. So in a situation like this where we have a trend break, where we're getting into a little overstated in the RSI, a little overvalued, I'm going to take my profit just because right now I'm just trying to grow this small account. Maybe with my larger account, I would have continued to hold, but actually I didn't. That's what's funny. But guys, this was the trade that I took, so I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask down below. And if you guys want to know next week's picks, go ahead and check out the Swing Trading Masterclass. And the thing is I don't believe in alerts. I find stocks with opportunity, and then I let you guys do your due diligence of when you should buy it. And we talk about all that stuff in the course. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.